Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. All right. Dennis Rodman made his way to the NBA. Dennis Rodman scoffed at the idea that he needed more money than he already had as he gave away thousands to the homeless in need. Dennis Rodman made his way to the NBA through pure grit and grind. He wasn't a lauded talent coming into the 1986 draft as he was picked 27th overall by the Detroit Pistons. Prior to making it to the league, he proved his worth as a basketball player at Southeastern Oklahoma State, a college that barely put him on the radar. Rodman wasn't from an affluent background, and so he understood the value of money when growing up. His first season in the NBA saw him earn $75,000, an amount that is laughable in today's league and is also not possible to earn either. However, for the times, this was plenty. Rodman soon proved to Chuck Daly and company that he was exactly the kind of player they needed, and his emergence as a defensive and rebounding specialist coincided with the birth of the Bad Boy Pistons. Dennis Rodman would win 2 championships back-to-back as a member of the Detroit Pistons in merely his 3rd and 4th year in the league. Dennis Rodman would slowly move up the financial ladder as he began to establish himself as one of the league's foremost perimeter defenders, along with being a generational rebounder. His first $1 million were earned during the 91-92 season, and he would earn the highest per year salary in his career in 1996 and 97, where he got himself $9 million. Amidst all of this, however, the worm made it clear that he wasn't letting the money and fame get to his head. While the latter part of his NBA career saw him make some questionable choices, his time with the Pistons showed fans that he cared about being a part of the community in Detroit. I had $250 in my pocket and I gave it all to her, a homeless lady. Excuse me. If I had $1,000, I would give her that too. There are a lot of people out there what are more worthy of this money. People without houses, people living on the street. I was lucky to come upon this, what I have now. I gave a lot of money to the homeless this year. I go to downtown Detroit and give out $50 bills or $100 bills. You can't help everybody, but you can help some people. I make millions now. What's $250? You see that? Kobe Bryant, before he passed away as well, helped the homeless. But Dennis Rodman has always been generous, but they never show you this. Allen Iverson helped the homeless. He also helped the kids. Iverson every Christmas used to give to the kids money and everything. But they don't talk about that. What do they talk about Iverson? Practice. We're talking about practice. That's all they talk about. They never talk about what the athlete does off the court. Never talk about it. And that's sad. Because Dennis Rodman is a great dude, big heart, everything. So, that's respect. That is respect from Dennis Rodman. All right. The Ravens drafted center Tyler Linderbaum in the first round and offensive tackle Daniel Falele in the 4th round, and quarterback Lamar Jackson may be the one who benefits most from that. At least that's how general manager Eric DeCosta sees it. DeCosta said that whenever he and Jackson talk about where the team can improve to help Jackson, he always prioritizes the offensive line. I've had conversations with Lamar many times, and I've said, Lamar, what can we do to help you? What is most important to you? DeCosta said. Honestly, the thing that he always come back to is the offensive line. But while Lindenbaum and Filet may make the offensive line better in the future, rookie offensive linemen generally don't make a big immediate impact. And no one knows what Jackson's future is in Baltimore, because Jackson is heading into the 5th and final year of his rookie contract and hasn't engaged with the Ravens in contract extension negotiations. Linderbaum and Filet may end up staying in Baltimore longer than Jackson does. So that's what I've been hearing, is that Jackson, you know, he wanted offensive line, but I don't think he just wanted offensive linemen. I mean, he wanted receivers as well. Like, Lamar Jackson is out here butt naked, but it's okay for that. It's okay that he don't get a receiver. He needs a receiver. Listen, what a number one receiver does, it stretches the field. It makes everything underneath, in the seams, to the flats, easier to complete a pass to. Ask Patrick Mahomes how he loved it with Tyreek Hill. Ask Josh Allen how he likes it with Stephon Diggs. Those guys are deep threats and number ones that stretch the field, that give teams and defenders problems. That's why it's easier to run the ball, because you got to keep two safeties up top. Because if you bring the safeties in the box, you can kill up top with a number one receiver. Ask Randy Moss. They tried to put 3 people back there. He still was killing them. So I understand what DeCosta's saying, but I have to frankly disagree. Lamar Jackson needs a receiver. Big time. Let's see. Okay. Oh, excuse me. That was a good one. All right. Even before receiving a paycheck, LaMelo Ball splurged 40 grand on a 14 karat white gold custom grill that he didn't tell his father about. Without a doubt, LaMelo Ball is one of the flashiest players in the league. The pass first guard has insane ball handling skills to go along with accurate shooting, making him a must watch TV. Much like his game on the hardwood, Melo has a ton of swagger off the court as well. The Hornets combo guard is fashionable, shows off his expensive card collection, and has an insane amount of jewelry he absolutely loves flexing around. One of Ball's more popular possessions is his 14 karat white gold and diamond custom grills he had asked AP the jeweler to make for him. The diamond crusted dentures cost him around 40 grand. And what was even more interesting is that the 2021 Rookie of the Year went ahead with this purchase even before getting his first NBA paycheck, without even informing his father. Days after making the purchase, in an interview with LeVar Ball, WCCB sports anchor Zach Aldrich tattled on LaMelo. Aldrich didn't know that LeVar wasn't aware of his son's latest jewelry purchase, and it's safe to say that the father of the 2 NBA stars was shocked. Zach came clean to LaMelo about letting his father know about the diamond-crusted dentures. When asked whether the All-Star considered him a snitch, as most of the social media did, the 6'7" shifty guard had a rather bold answer. Well, his first answer when he got the grill was, "I'm a grown man. I could get what I want." LaMelo Ball said that. Now, he answered back to when the guy made the claims to LeVar and said, "I mean, no, the whole internet has seen it, so I don't see how you would be a snitch. And at the end of the day, I'm a grown man, man. I'm going to get what I want and do what I want." 2 years later, Melo is projected to be the one of the future faces of the league. At the rate his game has been making strides, it's only about time he lands more endorsement deals, enabling him to splurge and add to his jewelry collection. I don't like this. I really don't. I really didn't like this because look, I know he's young. But at the end of the day, you have to calm down with your spending. Because what if you get a major injury next year, huh? And you're still on your rookie deal. You haven't even got to your first contract extension. So I would wait to splurge. You know, you have time to splurge. You have time to show off your stuff. And that's all I'm saying is what's wrong with the athletes today. You know, James Worthy said it best. They're interested in the getting tattoos, flexing for the gram, and shooting threes and working out. Like, that's all they do. And it's the truth. And this type of behavior has been going on back in the day as well. But I'm just saying, as a superstar to be, you want to be able to control what you can control. Don't jump out there way too much. You don't want to leave yourself out there butt naked, is a term that we would say. And I didn't like it because it's he's getting way over his head, and I just hope LaMelo Ball, man, gets his head right because his teammates don't like him. So I don't want him to be that guy who is just a flashy guy, only doing stuff for the gram, but not trying to help you win a championship because GMs will really stop messing with you if you're not looking to win. So yeah, don't want to sound like the old guy. Okay. Okay, so several big name celebrities in the States publicly support the use of cannabis, and NBA superstars like Allen Iverson and Kevin Durant support it and even make money off of it. Athletes and cannabis deep deeper rooted relationship. Not as deep compared to the hip hop industries, but still enough to make it a public fact. The athletes in the States, more so than any other country, usually use it for recovery and recreational purposes. There was no proof of cannabis having the capabilities to enhance the performance of the athletes, but still, all the major sports in the world do not allow the use of it for any purpose until some of them started. Major League Baseball announced to allow a particular amount of cannabis in 2019, starting 2020 onwards, following its suit. Following its suit, NBA and NFL removed cannabis from the banned substances list. In 2020, National Basketball Association made sure that there was no random marijuana testing before players were put in the bubble in Orlando. Gee, I wonder why. But players in the NBA have always used cannabis. There isn't any proof of it, but it roots back to maybe since the league's existence. Players like Allen Iverson, J.R. Smith, Steven Jackson, and Matt Barnes have strongly had their say on marijuana's legalization over the years, while some others like Kevin Durant had some mishaps which gave it away that they are also the strong admirers of the stuff. So here's David Letterman talking to KD. Fair use, Zach. Fair use, Zach.
That people might misunderstand about it. To me, it clears the distractions out your brain a little bit, settles you down. It's like having a glass of wine. Yeah. So, did you smoke today? Yeah. And you're just fine. I'm actually high right now.
I'm actually high right now. So, in his upcoming Netflix appearance on My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, hosted by David Letterman, so he basically said that. So, and why would he? Stand up comedian, also another profession where most people pursuing a career needed the help of cannabis to be more creative. Even some of the successful personalities who started as comedians, like Bill Maher, Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen, etc., publicly accept its use. Even LeBron James, the face of the NBA, has acknowledged its use. In his book Shooting Stars, he admitted using cannabis in high school. In 2013, LeBron James was seen with concentrated pen vaporizer during the NBA Finals. Several current and former players are in the cannabis business as well, led by both AI and KD. With top sports leagues easing their view of using cannabis and the basketball stars leading the front in promoting it and its business, the world might very soon realize the benefits of it, which are greater than the harm, like many states in the USA. It might become a legal drug for recreational purposes all over the globe. I mean, I don't have a problem with people using marijuana and everything, but don't let it affect the game. That's all I say. If I played on a team with people who gotten high while playing the game, me, I never did it because to me it messes me up when I'm using it. So I always would never use it. I would do it after the game, to try to mask the pain in my body because I was in pain from all the hits. But I don't have a problem with it. And plus Kevin Durant's high because you guys on social media and the media just have destroyed this man, like destroyed him for decades. And it's warranted. I mean, hey, it is what it is. He should have. A lot of people feel he should have stayed in OKC with Russ. No, they shouldn't have stayed together. Only if they would have kept Serge Ibaka and James Harden, I would have let them stay together. But them two by themselves wasn't gonna work. Russell Westbrook is headstrong. He's an a-hole. He does whatever Russ does. Kevin Durant's very sensitive, likes to be talking to a certain way, gets in his feelings quick. So it would not have worked. Um, I just felt KD probably should have gone to Boston. I think if he'd have gone to Boston, I think he would have did better staying there long term than going to Golden State, in my opinion. Because all they're going to do is just say Wiggins replaced you, and they're going to talk about how listen, Wiggins is a third or fourth option. When KD was there, he was the first option. So let's get that straight. Let's stop with the cap. I know y'all don't like KD, but KD was better than all those guys on the team from an individual standpoint. It's the system that helps them strive. Okay? So let me guys know what you guys thought about it. Another DZ report, man. I'm putting out these videos, trying to bundle up the news as much as together. So you guys don't have to keep going to individual videos. Plus, it saves me a lot of time. So thank you guys, man, for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you guys go to the description box, hit the Cash App, and then hit the Cash App link and everything. And you guys can donate whatever you like, whatever you have. If you guys all donated $1 every day, we'll be in a good place, man. If you guys, when we have a live or a premiere video, you guys can super chat. You guys can super chat, leave whatever you like. If you want to when the video's done, if you don't super chat or go to the Cash App, you guys can super thanks now. So thank you guys for listening. We out. Deezy.